About a month ago on the channel, I brought you all a video going over the fact that I was releasing HG Access, which I told you was going to change the way that retail investors invest into crypto. Now, I told you all exactly what we were doing, how we were doing it, and why we were doing it. And if you want to learn more about that, go down to the video link in the description. But ever since that thing has launched about 23 days ago, we have seen some of the most absolutely ridiculous gains that I have ever seen in the world of crypto, faster than I've ever seen in the world of crypto. And I believe it's only going to get better and better. So what I want to do is I want to give you some extra insight, some extra alpha, show you some of the cryptos that we've talked about and the time frames we talked about them. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what it is we're looking for, how we get that information, and how we use that information to find winning cryptos. This is going to be one of the most valuable videos you've ever watched in the world of DGen plays on crypto. So stay tuned. So what you can see here is I've pulled up our winners report. Now this winners report was generated for the last 3 weeks in HG Access. And basically what it says is, look, these are the cryptos that we've made reports about. These are ones that have done well, and this is the time frame. Let's go into it. So if many of you know, Satoshi VM is one of the launches of the year already. Even by the end of this year, it'll have been one of the launches of the year. And we were talking about that before it ever even launched. We were talking about that in the server way before it even launched. From IDO price, from launch price, thing went up 150x. From the time that it was live on Uniswap and accessible to be bought and sold by anybody, it went up 4,000% over the span of 14 hours. And there were people, and mostly Plus members in HG Access, that bought that thing and rode up a 40x over the course of less than 1 day. Okay. Now, a lot of them did take most profits, around like 20 to 30x, but you get the point. Okay, now Satoshi VM is one of those cryptos that I have said over and over and over and over again that I think is going to do well, and I think it's going to be one of the leaders in this new BRC20 narrative. And so clearly that is still a long-term play for us that we are still looking at. Now there was Myro. We called Myro at 0.024. Okay. Now, mind you, Myro got up to over 25 cents, meaning it was a beautiful 1,000% gain just over the course of 18 days. This wasn't a pre-sale. It wasn't a launch. It was nothing like that. We quite simply said Myro's looking real good because of the Solana narrative. Here's all the things that we talked about, et cetera, et cetera. And again, 1,000%. And Myro is still one of those ones that I think can still continue to do well. There was a meme coin named Fink that we knew was capitalizing on the ETF approval, capitalizing on that. And from the time that we talked about it, which was under 2 cents, the thing went to over 10 cents, at one point up to 13 cents, giving us a beautiful gain of 819% just in 5 days. So what you're already starting to notice is we're not just targeting one specific group, not just meme coins, not just pre-sales, not just micro caps, but all of them. A 4,000% gain in a BRC20 token, a 1,000% gain in a Solana ecosystem token, 800% gain in a random meme coin that was just based off of a narrative. We had a whiff go up 171%, meme in 18 days, meme AI go up 117% in 10 days, Alpha went up 116% in 11 days, Aurum 100%, whiff of 72, Inspec 71, Diga 67, FKU Inu 55%, Sync 47, Cock Inu 49%, Shiba Vax 47%, and Husky 47%, all throughout the course of some as low as 5 hours, like FKU Inu, all the way up to just 2-3 weeks for something like Diga. And what you'll notice here is, like I mentioned before, this is a gaming crypto. This is a layer 2 for social media crypto, basically. This is a meme coin. This is a meme coin. This is an L1. This is a meme coin. We're not picking and choosing the smallest cryptos that we can find. We're picking winners from what we know works, right? And I want you to think about this. Where have you seen a place where you've had 5 strong winners? And this is 15 winners. Now, mind you, we've talked about 20 to 23 cryptos in there. Some of them, about 3 or 4 of them, have gone down or are negative since the moment we gave the report. But of 20 to 25, only 3, with 17 to 20 of them going up. Where can you find that? Especially look at the market. Look what the market's doing right now. Look how Bitcoin's consolidating. Look how Ethereum's consolidating. The market's pulling back on days like today. Where can you find a place that is dropping gains like these and actually turning gain after gain after gain in the world of crypto, especially during a time like this? It doesn't exist. And I told you all that we were going to change the way that retail investors look and invest into cryptos. Now, again, I'm going to tell you what it is that we look for. Stay tuned a little bit longer because I want to show you a little bit more. Okay. Now, what you can see is not only do we give these alpha player reports from altcoins, microcaps, meme coins, pre-launches, and narrative alpha plays, but we also give HG Access entertainment. This is where where you see the HGA live streams with us and all the creators, my own crypto catch up where they're getting exclusive content just from me, Ronnie dropping in and doing his chill and chill once a week in which he's going in and looking at different cryptos on his own, Sam's Market Watch dropping almost every morning throughout the week talking about what the market's doing in general, all of these different chats. We have research reports that go in here, alpha play reports, as we mentioned before, each individual things. You join in HG Access and you get access to my entire Patreon, which comes with my buys, my portfolio updates, my technical analysis, my own general chat, a premium general chat, my master classes, in which I just dropped a master class on meme tokens, all that good stuff. We're importing 4 more Patreons as we speak right now, and we have multiple products coming out and discounts for all of these different services that we offer. And so what you can see here is that it's changing the way that crypto investors invest into crypto. It is simply changing the way that people do it. And I told you all we would do it 3 weeks ago. And for those of you who trusted me, congratulations. Now, what do we look for in here? How are we getting these gains? I'm going to tell you. How do we find these winners? How do we find these gains? It's simple. There's one thing that will absolutely always be the number one reason for any crypto company that's a microcap, let's say under $50 million to $30 million in market cap, to do well, and that is the marketing it's doing and the network they have. So let's call it 2 things, but I usually join those into one. The network and the marketing. And whenever I find cryptos that reach out through the interwebs or they come through our network and I know who they are, I know who they're working with, I know who their marketers are, I know who their partners are, I know all of this stuff, and then I see them spending money. Listen, I manage 25 other YouTubers. I know who's spending money where, right? And when I have permission to share this information, like, hey, this crypto's doing a marketing push, or this crypto's, they have these big announcements coming soon, stay tuned. Like, when we have access to those things, that is the number one thing that is going to cause growth. You can have the best technology ever. You can have the best ecosystem ever. You can have some of the fastest transactions, the highest scalability, all of these things like an L1, right? You can have all these things, but if you're not putting it in front of enough eyes and the right eyes, and you don't have the network to get where you need to go, you will never do well. But you can be an absolute shitter. I mean, the worst company ever with enough money and a big enough network, and you can absolutely explode. And we can find those people who have the network, who have the money, and when we take that information, we give it to everybody in the server. And so even if you're not in HG Access, if you want to, join the links down below, clear as day. But even if you're not in there, if you're in just a normal person, right? You're on crypto Twitter, you're on crypto YouTube, stop looking necessarily so deep into the technicals and the development and look into the network and where they're spending money, because the ones who are spending the most and injecting the most liquidity are the ones seeing the most returns. Now, I actually want to do something for you. In the month of January, we're going to be giving away 1 permanent access for free to 1 person who signs up in the month of January. That means that if you sign up in the next 6 days or 7 days roughly, you're going to get access to HG Access completely for free for the rest of your life. Right now, a permanent access spot ranges for about $2,500. Okay, so that's a ton of value. And not only just that, in the month of February, we're going to be giving away up to 2 free memberships per month every week. Okay, so stay tuned for this. I'm going to keep giving you guys updates. I hope you take this. Feel free to look at these different cryptos. I'm going to pull it back up. Give me 1 second. Look at these, go look at how they did, and go study the approach they took. Go study the social media approach they took. Go study the YouTubers they worked with, because the people who replicate that similar process will create similar gains. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want to check out HG Access, go down to the link down below. Like I said, we're doing a ton of giveaways coming extremely soon, so I hope to see you there, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.